මා හිතනවා මේ අවස්ථාවේදී මා ඒ කළ කතාවේ
Excellency,
සංක්ෂිප්තයක් මා ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවෙන් දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
I am very happy that I have been given this opportunity to speak a few words on this unique and historic occasion. The change in the seat of Parliament from one building to another is a unique event. More so when it also means a change of capital, however close to each other the old and the new capitals may be. This change of capital from Colombo to Kotte is doubly significant. The declaration of Sri Lanka as a republic in 1972 was hailed as a break with imperialism and the realization of the full sovereignty of the people. This change of capital means another break with the tradition. The imperialist rulers who succeeded one another, the Portuguese, the Dutch and the British. Colombo was made the seat of government by these foreigners from across the oceans who landed in the harbor and who wanted trade. Colombo was the harbor in which they could land their reinforcements of men and material to rule over the land, and from which they could ship the merchandise for which they came. Colombo, the center of trade and shipping, became the political capital as it suited the convenience of the foreign rulers. The shift of capital from Colombo to Kotte has been referred to as a prelude to the revival of the glorious heritage of the Sinhalese during the period of the kingdom of Kotte, which was the high water mark of achievement in Sinhalese literature. The Tamil people do not grudge the Sinhalese the restoration of what was theirs. We believe in a policy of live and let live. We believe in coexistence with the Sinhalese on a basis of equality and freedom. We certainly resent and will fight against any setup under which we are made second-class citizens and a subject nation. The period when Colombo was the capital paved the way for the reduction of the whole population to a position of subjects of foreign imperialism, followed by the gradual emergence of the Sinhalese as legal-speaking people as they were, a subject nation under different masters. As if to rub it in, the grant of independence in 1948 was followed by citizenship laws which decitizenized and disfranchised half the Tamil population and made the rest doubtful citizens. By language laws which enthroned Sinhala as the only official language, leaving the Tamil-speaking people out in the cold. By amendments to the constitution which made Buddhism virtual state religion, leaving the Hindus, Muslims and Christians with a stamp of inferiority. The parliament in Colombo saw the emergence of the reaction to these measures, a form of demands for balanced revenue put forward by the late leader, Mr. G.G. Ponnambalam, the demand for a federal form of government put forward by the late leader, Mr. S.J.V. Selvanayagam, and ultimately and inevitably, in the face of the total rejection of all these demands to the demand for the restoration of the sovereignty of the Tamil nation. In the history of this island, the Kotte period has special significance. The name Kotte itself is a Tamil word meaning a fort, and the city took its name from a fort built by a Tamil by the name of Alagakonar. the capital was established at Kotte in the 14th century, there were two other kingdoms in the island. There was the Sinhalese kingdom in the central hills with its capital at Gampala and later in Kandy. There was a Tamil kingdom in the north with its capital at Nallur. According to Professor K.M. De Silva, in his latest book, A History of Sri Lanka, this is what he says at page 84. In the second half of the 14th century, the fortunes of the Sinhalese reached their nadir. True, the writ of the Gampala kings appears to have run in Rohana as well as on the western seaboard. But Jaffna under the Arya Chakravartis was much the most powerful kingdom in the island. Even the reason for moving the capital to Kotte, which Professor K.M. De Silva gives, is rather interesting. This is what he says at page 86. The capital of the Sinhalese kingdom was moved once more, this time from the mountains to the west coast near Colombo, where Nisanka Alagakonar had built the of Jayavarthanapura Kotte. And once more, the reasons for the move were essentially defensive, to protect the west coast with its rich cinnamon resources, which the Tamil kingdom was so anxious to gain control of. No doubt, these three kingdoms had their ups and downs, and reference was made in the former parliament to the conquest of Jaffna by Sappumal Kumaraya, who was known in Tamil as Shanvaga Perumal, an adopted son of Parakrama Bahu VI, who was the greatest ruler of the Kotte period. This subjugation lasted only 20 years, and the kingdom of Jaffna became independent again and continued to be independent till 1619, even after the Kotte kingdom had passed under Portuguese rule. Kotte or Jayavarthanapura, the capital, one of the three kingdoms that existed in this country contemporaneously, has come back into its own. The Sinhalese people are proud about it, and we are happy. Kandy, which was the last to fall, has preserved its grandeur and importance. But the third capital, Nallur in Jaffna, which was the seat of government from the 13th century to the 17th century, for a much longer period than Kotte, is completely neglected. Are you surprised if the Tamils regard this neglect as symbolic of the subject status of the Tamil nation, of their not being free yet? Your Excellency, under your government, district development councils have been established in all the districts with power to look after certain matters at the district level. May I make use of this opportunity that the District Development Council established in Jaffna be given the necessary authority to locate, revive, and resuscitate the glorious palace and capital that was occupied by the last Tamil king of Jaffna, Sangit. While there is an attempt to revive and resuscitate ancient Sinhalese greatness, let there be a similar revival of ancient Tamil greatness, both of which bloom side by side. Let not one wilt and wither, while the other revives and blooms. Both nations were free during the Kotte period. Both languages flourished during that period. All religions particularly Buddhism and Hinduism, were thriving during that period. Let us hope that the new Kote era, which is being inaugurated today, will lead to the revival of the Kote spirit, the spirit of equality, the spirit of freedom for all. Let us find a modus vivendi, a means of coexistence as friends, recognizing the equality and the right of self-determination, the right to freedom of the nations occupied. I thank Your Excellency.